Hello, my name is Pastor William Calabretta,
And my name is David Flang.
and we are going to read a true story from the book Dying Testimonies of Saved and Unsaved by Solomon B. Shaw, titled, I Am in the Flames, Pull Me Out, Pull Me Out. Mr. Willis, the subject of this narrative, died in Jarvis, New York, about the year 1883, at the age of 74. He was an avowed infidel. He was a good neighbor in some respects, yet he was very wicked and made a scoff of Christianity. About 7 years previous to his death, he passed through a revival. The Spirit strove with him, but he resisted to the last. One Sabbath after this, Mr. Neville, who relates this sketch, was on his way to church and passed by Mr. Willis's house, who was standing by the gate. He said, "Come with me to church, Mr. Willis." The infidel, holding out his hand, replied,
Show me a hair on the palm of my hand, and I will show you a Christian.
During his last sickness, Mr. Neville called on him often, and sat up with him several nights, and was with him when he died. The infidel was conscious of his near-approaching end, and of the terrors of his lost condition. He said once to Mr. Neville, who, as a local worker, held meetings in schoolhouses around,
Warn the world not to live as I have lived, and escape my woe.
At another time, when visited by a doctor, he was groaning and making demonstrations of great agony. The doctor said, "Why do you groan? Your disease is not painful."
Oh, doctor, it is not the body, but the soul that troubles me.
On the evening of his death, Mr. Neville came at 10 o'clock. A friend of his was there also. As he entered the room, he felt that it was filled with an awful presence, as if he were near the region of the damned. The dying man cried out.
Oh, God, deliver me from this awful pit.
It was not a penitential prayer, but the wail of a lost soul. About 15 minutes before his death, which was at 12, he exclaimed,
I am in the flames. Pull me out, pull me out.
He kept repeating this until the breath left his body. As the bodily strength failed, his words became more faint. At last, Mr. Neville put his ear down close to catch his departing whispers, and the last words he could hear were,
Pull me out, pull me out.
It was an awful scene, he said. It made an impression on me that I can never forget. I never want to witness such a scene again. I was talking with my friend years after, and he said those words, I am in the flames, pull me out, were still ringing in his ears. Written for this book by Reverend C.A. Balch, Cloverville, New York.